it's Oldie Thai. So welcome to my virtual cooking class. So I thought today we are going to start with something easy and summer friendly for the weather of Newfoundland and Labrador. I recently started seeing this beautiful ripe mango. So I thought it would be a really good recipe to show you guys today how to make, and only have a few key ingredients. So it's called khao niao ma muang, which is a coconut sticky rice with sweet mango. Let's start it, okay? So first of all, we're going to need a glutinous rice or sticky rice, which you can easily find them at the local grocery store. They're really easy to find anyway. And then we have cornstarch, so we need those. A couple tablespoons is good. We have toasted sesame seed. We have some sugar. Then we have some palm sugar. This is an optional, but you can find them in specialty Asian grocery store. Usually they carry them. There's two versions of this. It's a hard palm sugar like this guy right here, or you can find a little bit of a soft texture type. So those are good. We need a couple spoonful of those, and we need some salt. And then we're gonna need some coconut milk. So in here is about 400 ml, which is a full can of coconut milk. You can find them at grocery store. And our beautiful little sweet mango. So you can find them anywhere now. They in the season right now. Well, not Newfoundland season, but you can find them here now. And this little guy is our pandan leaf, which is a really special little leaf that gives you this beautiful fragrance and flavor. Really, we use a lot of this guy in our cooking, in Thai cooking. So they look like this. They are this long, beautiful green leaf. And yes, so you can find them in a specialty store, Asian specialty store, in their frozen section. And what I do, because they're so long, we just fold them in half and kind of just, make a knot out of it, so it's easy to put in our pot like that, okay? So those are ingredients. It's really simple, and I hope you enjoy. So the first step is to wash your sticky rice or wash your glutinous rice under the cool water. Do it a couple times until the water becomes clear, and then you're gonna steam them. I have a steamer going on in the back, right in the back here. So it takes about 35 minutes to 40 minutes steam. And while you are steaming your rice, I'm gonna make us the sauce. Okay, so in the medium saucepan, you're gonna add your coconut milk. And always, when you work with coconut milk, always try to use low to medium heat. You don't wanna burn the heat, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Just add your milk right there. And the texture, so the texture of the sauce that's gonna go over your sticky rice is gonna be quite watery. So when we finish the sauce, we are going to save a little bit, maybe 1/3 of the sauce, to make our topping later, okay? We're gonna add our pandan. So to give it a really nice fragrance, we're just gonna put it in there and add our white sugar. So I have about 50 grams of sugar in here, which is, for a recipe, it's supposed to be a sweet sauce. It is quite mild, but I don't really like a lot of sugary stuff, so I'm just only gonna use 50 grams here. So gonna add in there. Then we're gonna add a tiny bit of sugar. I say probably about, just add a little bit of that, a good pinch of salt. And then we are going to add some palm sugar. And the palm sugar today, I'm gonna use the soft texture ones, which is This is probably about a tablespoon and half, a table and half spoonful. Is home cooking, so you just wing it sometimes and really tailor your food to your taste. If you like it a little bit more sweet, then you add a little bit more sugar. If you like it a little bit, moderate, then just reduce your sugar. And the palm sugar is optional, but it's so nice. And actually, it's pretty important in dessert making in Thailand. It's a little bit harder to find here, a little bit more pricier. So if you need to skip that, don't worry, skip that, that's no big deal. And what we're looking for is just basically let everything melt it. And you don't want to really boil it. You just keep looking for simmering. Basically, you don't want to boil your coconut milk. It's not necessary to boil that. I think that's pretty good. Now, perfect. So I cheated and I already cooked my sticky rice, so I show you how we're gonna do that now in a second. And this is my little steamer, the bamboo steamer from Thailand, but you can use any kind of steamer that you have at home. It will work the same. And again, it takes about 35 to 40 minutes to steam your rice. And with the glutinous rice or sticky rice, it needs to be soaked. Overnight is best, but realistically 6 hours is fine. So you can do that as well before you steam it. So you get a really nice grain. Okay. I'm just gonna put this right into my mixing bowl. And rice do expand. Okay, I use two and a half cup today, and that probably will feed like 3 people easily. So just gonna place that right there. All right, so now what we're gonna do now we got our sticky rice in the mixing bowl. We are going to add this mixture. Don't forget, we're gonna keep about one third of this sauce to make the topping sauce later. So I'm just gonna pour it over, and I'm gonna put the pandan leaf, the little knot of pandan leaf in here as well. Okay, alrighty. Okay, now there's a little trick here. The little trick of this step is you're gonna use your wooden spoon or any carved spoon, but I recommend a wooden spoon, and you're gonna clockwise stir them. So basically you're gonna fold them. Okay, you're not gonna go this way and that way because you're gonna break your grain, and that's really important. We want our grain to be beautiful and absorb all those coconut palm sugar sauce in it. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna fold them like so, and don't worry, they might look a little bit wet for you, but once you let them sit for about 40 minutes to an hour, they can absorb all that juice, that beautiful flavor into them, and that's what makes this, this so famous and delicious and globally loved by many. So yeah, so you're going to basically mix it clockwise, like go one way, however way you go, like that. And then you're going to put a saran wrap, plastic wrap on top of it to just keep the heat in while it's absorbing all those beautiful sauce into the rice. All right. And there you have it, step 1. Hi, I'm back with step 2. We are going to make our topping sauce, which is basically you did all the work. Now we just have to add a couple more things to it. Let's get started. So remember the sauce, the 1/3 of the coconut sauce that we have earlier. What we're gonna do, we are going to add a tiny bit more salt and a little bit more cornstarch just to thicken it up, make it a little bit more salty. So when it go on top of the sweet mango and a sweet coconut sticky rice, it's not gonna be too sweet. So this sauce is gonna be a little bit nutty, a little bit saltier, okay? And again, we are working on a low heat on our coconut milk. We don't wanna burn anything. And right away, you're just gonna add a tiny bit more salt, okay? And you're gonna taste that and see if it's good. Perfect. Yep. So this is another half a teaspoon of salt. Now, the important part, you're gonna need a cornstarch, or you can use tapioca flour if that's what you have on hand. Just something to thicken up the sauce, so it's all luscious and beautiful when you put them on top of your sticky rice and your mango. I'm just gonna get there you go. Okay, I'm just gonna put a 1 tablespoon in there. And I'm going to whip it up. Thicken texture, basically. That's what we're looking for. And again, when you're dealing with sugar, with your salt, you know, follow the recipe, yes, but at the same time, if it's a little bit too sweet for your liking or too salty for your liking, cut them down or add more if you need more. So tailor to what you need. And this is going to take only a second. And don't worry, if your sauce becomes too thick, you can always add a tiny bit of water, which I have here, just in case. Or you can add a little bit more coconut milk. That is not an issue. And I will show you when it's all complete, okay? Hi. And after we let the sticky rice sit in the coconut sauce, palm sugar, for a few minutes, well, 45 minutes to be exact, we are going to plate them, and I'm going to show you how to plate them, okay? So, here we go. We are not going to use the pandan leaf in the rice. We are just taking that out. I think we can probably leave it for another 15 minutes because this still look a little bit wet, but just for the sake of the video, we're just gonna do it right now. Alright, we're gonna press a little 2 spoonfuls of the rice in our serving plate like so. And I have washed and peeled the mango, so I'm just gonna start cutting it. Cutting across into a bite-sized pieces. Do it like that. Okay, gonna flip the other side and cut as close to the core. Be careful with your fingers. I cut myself many times. Doesn't matter how long you become a cook or a chef, there's always accident if you're not careful, okay? So be careful now. Using a knife. Okay, I'm just gonna put it right on top. And we can use on the side of the mango too, but for the presentation today, I'm not gonna do that. Then I'm gonna put in some toasted sesame seed on top like so. And drizzle some of our coconut, cornstarch, palm sugar sauce on top. And this sauce again is a little bit saltier than the base sauce that we marinate our rice with. So just a little bit saltier. It's kind of balance everything out, so not everything is all sweet. Just gonna drizzle that like that. And then I got some mint leaf here. I'm just gonna pop them right on. And ta-da! I'm gonna do another little one so it's all balanced. There you go. Ta-da! ข้าวเหนียวมะม่วง There you go. This is our beautiful coconut sticky rice with sweet mango. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email at hello@yesthai.ca. Bye. Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ See you next time.